Sick office. Well, thank you. I have my Jean Leo Jerome painting behind and my skulls and various things I've collected throughout the years or have been gifts. Still building, still doing stuff, but it took quite a bit of time to get this where it needed to be. It's the home office. Hello, Charles. Korea is now suffering from rigged elections. I hope you can use Cardano to create a true world and right society. Oh, hang on a second here. Browser lost connection with your camera. Make sure you have the right camera set up. I think my camera just went dead. Ruh-roh. Let me... Well, we'll switch over to the integrated camera then, huh? Okay, there we go. Yeah. All right, so hopefully everybody can see me and hear me all right. Let me just check. So my computer decided to install a firmware update. It's a new computer, and it decided to do that. Anyway, there we go. We're back. Alien abduction, all these things. The elections, I absolutely agree. I think there's a huge issue right now when you think about integrity of all institutions. People don't believe anything anymore. We have an audit report coming out, and people were criticizing the auditor, BDO, fifth largest auditor in the world, 166 countries and over 100,000 employees, tens of billions in revenue. Apparently, that's not credible. It's not people aren't doing their job. It's that people have become so desensitized to the notion of objective reality and truth that they have a skepticism about everything, and everything now is just in a personal radius of belief. So if you want to believe it's true, it's true. If you want to believe it's false, it's false. And they're just stuck in their opinions and they can't move beyond that. So voting is a great example of that. So you have a system to collect the consent of society. And some people believe that for each nation state, it's credible or not credible. And usually it stems with, did they like the outcome? If their candidate got elected, it's the most credible election ever. If their candidate did not get elected, then it's no longer a credible election, and it has to be the whole system has to be brought down. The point of blockchain technology is an attempt to reintroduce objective reality in some way to people. It's its core contribution. It's why it's so valuable. How much would you pay to know that the things that you read and see and the information you're given is accurate? What tax would you pay on that? 2%, 3%, 5%? We do this a lot when you think about safety. So you buy food and you like to believe your food doesn't have lead in it. You like to believe your meat is not contaminated. You'd like to believe that what you eat is not poison. So there's the Food and Drug Administration. If it's credible, they're doing a good job, prevents bad stuff from happening. If it's not credible, well, then I guess you're going to die. I guess it's bad food. We're back to the old Middle Ages with the rotted pork with worms in it and stuff like that. But it's in every institution when you really think about it. Academic institutions, degrees. It's like, oh, well, this person went to institution X, Y, and Z. Well, does that mean something? If you're in the academic elite and the liberal elite, and if somebody went to Harvard, that's a Harvard person. If you are politically conservative and outside those circles, they're woke nonsense. That person's a bad person. Harvard doesn't make good people anymore. Harvard only makes woke monsters that are just lazy and never want to work. And all of those things are deranging society, because at the end of the day, there's plenty of fine people teaching at Harvard. At the end of the day, there's plenty of good things going on. But we are just so desensitized and just so stuck in our ways now that it's really hard to work our way through it. So, we say, well, can we have a return to objective reality? And some combination of artificial intelligence and blockchain, it's going to do that, and it's going to restructure society as a whole. And they got microplastics. Never talk about it, but it's catastrophically impacted fertility. Probably sperm counts have gone down by factor 2 to 3 in most men because of microplastics and other chemicals that are floating around. It's going to probably end a big chunk of the human race over 100 years.